I have returned from my trip, and I was gone for about a week, and I left this pot of daffodil dye with daffodils in it on the back porch, and it grew. Yes, I have lots of mold and stuff on top. Probably shouldn't breathe that too deeply. I'm going to try to scoop that off with a big spoon, see if I can still use it. I've spooned out all the old blooms, and now I'm adding the ones I just picked. Not many, but a few. I'll let them soak in there until I'm ready to do my next bath. I think I'll go pick some more. I came to collect a few more daffodil blossoms, and look, somebody's still sleeping. It's cold outside. Look at him. I think I'll leave him be. Hello everybody, welcome to my own little house. I'm Mary Catherine, and today we're going to look at a fun yarn purchase. Now I'm back from a trip to West Virginia. That's one of the reasons that last week's video was so late. Terrible uploading speed up there. But I did what I almost always do, and I stopped in Warrenton, North Carolina at a little shop called Friends 2. And as I went in the door, they had a little sign that said, all yarn 50% off. And I was like, oh, I'm sunk. But I knew I didn't need a lot of yarn. I have lots of yarn, but I still wanted to look and see what they had at 50% off. And so this is the bag that I got. Now, I want to tell you ahead of time, I had got all of this yarn for $12.53 total. $12.50. So here is a bag of yarn, 2 skeins inside, and it was labeled $5.50, so it was $2.75. And this is Trendsetter Yarns River. It is a little over half wool and 48% acrylic. Isn't that pretty? I couldn't resist at $2.75. How can you resist that for 2 large skeins? And each one of these is 100 grams. So 200 grams of that. I'm not a big purple fan, but I don't hate it. I also got 2 more matching. They are from the same dye lot. Matching skeins of sock yarn. I'll use it at some point. And these originally for $4.50 a piece, so they were $2.25 each. So yeah, for $4.50 I got 2 skeins of sock yarn. Then I got, this is some Lion Brand Jiffy. It's 100% acrylic, so it's not wool. They did have lots of wool, they had cashmere and gorgeous stuff, alpaca and llama and stuff like that. But this is what this looks like, and these were $4 a piece, so they were $2 each. That's a great deal for yarn. And then the last thing, bless her heart, I felt bad. I don't know what this is. It's very soft. It's very, it's nice. It may be acrylic, I don't know. But the tag on it was $15. But we didn't know what it was. I could test it with a little bleach bath on some little pieces, but she sold it to me for $2. Isn't it beautiful? It looks like it might have been naturally dyed because it has a real kind of splotchy look to the dyeing. What do you think? I know you probably can't tell from looking at it. It's a pretty, I'd say it's probably a number 5 or maybe even 6. It's not a number 4 weight. Anyway, for $12.50, what a steal. So that's kind of a little, it's not an unboxing video, it's an unbagging video. So it was definitely worth going in there. I've gotten the distinct feeling the last several times I've been at Friends 2 that they're getting rid of their yarn. And some of the skeins there were $20, $19 skeins, not for half off, but some of them, as you saw, were much cheaper. So if you live in Southern Virginia, like around Chase City, Charlotte Courthouse, or if you live in northern North Carolina, near Warrenton, drive over. It's a sweet little shop with some older ladies who sit in there and quilt and stuff. And there's a lot, it's a little gift shop. But they do have some beautiful yarns left. So now I'm going to open up a real box. Now this is a box that was Adam's. And let me show you what's in it. It's a whole lot of, well, this is kind of a junky yarn. But it's a whole lot of this yarn. This is a Lion brand Wool Ease. Y'all are probably familiar with this. It's a beautiful deep forest green. And he bought, oh, I don't know, like about a dozen skeins of this because it's medium weight, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. He decided he was going to learn to knit. Now, my husband's very talented, very creative. He's a wonderful sewer. He's watched me knit for years, and so he thought it looked pretty easy because he'd watched me do it. And he gave it a try for a few days and realized it was harder than he thought, and he gave it up. Oh, who's coming in? Yep, there's Leo. So anyway, he decided not to do that. So I had this beautiful yarn sitting around, but I thought it was gray, but then later I realized it was green. But one of our daughters has decided to learn how to crochet and is making a blanket, so that yarn will go to really good use in that blanket. But I thought I would tell you the story of Adam and his brief excursion into knitting. I did have a lovely time at the baby shower, and my niece did really appreciate the little quilted play mat, and so that was lovely. Now, there's another baby coming in the extended family, and I love doing that free motion quilting with the embroidery foot. That was extremely creative. It was just my kind of thing. It's done quickly. It's very freehand. It's very inventive. You're not following some pattern. You're just coming up with it as you do it. I love that kind of thing. Well, this is something I have. I got these at the thrift store, but they look brand new. They were just $1 each. These are baby blankets. I have one with little anchors, another with little anchors, and then one with very faint beige hearts on it. Super cute. And I've had them for about a year. I didn't really know what to do with them, but I think I might put two of them together, sandwich them together with some quilting batting in the middle, okay, and try some more free motion. The only thing I'm concerned about is this fabric. It's this kind of fabric. Can you see it? And it is that, I forget the name of it, but I think it is the kind of fabric that it can kind of like get picked, the weave, and it can get picked by a sewing needle. And I'm a little worried about that. So I may give it a little try on a corner or something, see if it sews easily. If not, I may have to get a different needle. I've got both regular and ballpoint. We're just going to have to see what it does. But I've done something like this before, and it picked the fabric and pulled the weave, and it didn't look good, and I don't want that. So, but I think that this is one of the next things I'm going to do, because I want to do that free motion quilting again. Oh my goodness, that was so much fun. I don't consider myself a quilter, but if I could do a lot of that, I would really, really enjoy it. So we might get into that next. I just have to show you my Japanese magnolia again. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. And my hellebores are still going strong. Boy, that's a lot of bloom. I don't think I've ever seen so many blooms on there. I've got some low-hanging blooms, and then I have this one. It's a little volunteer shoot coming up from the base of the tree. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I do love this tree. It's a nice big tree. Beautiful bark, and you can see where some woodpecker, I think, has been working on it over the years. It must be rather hard because he didn't seem to make much progress in the bark.